Hello, everyone, and welcome to Have a Wonderful Day. This is your boy Javier, and we're on episode 23 of Disney News. So I'm very excited. There's always something going on in Disney World, and I want to bring it to you live uh, as I hear it. As I hear the news, I want to bring it to you guys. So that's why I started doing two live streams a week, so that way I can always bring the latest and greatest Disney news. You know, Disney's going through a lot of changes, not only inside their parks, but they're also going through a lot um, outside the parks. Right? There's some controversial topics that Disney's going through. Even though I'm not going to bring those to my stream, but what I'm trying to say is they're going through a lot right now. Some changes in the parks, some very exciting changes in the parks, not only here in Orlando, but abroad, like what do you call it, in Paris, and you know, everywhere, to be honest with you. But I'm excited to kind of bring the news. I'm not going to waste a lot of time. I want to go ahead and jump into it. But before I do, there was something I did want to do. I'm going to do something here. I think it's this one here. Just bring some a little bit of background music to the stream. All right, go over here. And then the other thing I want to do is I want to do full screen and kind of get a feeling on how that is like. Let me see if we can make sure I enable the chat, and I did. But anyway, look, before I get started, these are my handles over here. You have the TikTok, you have the Instagram, you have the Facebook, and you have the Twitter. If you have not followed me there, please consider it. If you know, depending on what you like most, or you can follow me in all of them. Right? Obviously, if you're here, you're hopefully subscribed to my channel. If you're not and you're watching this on a replay, consider subscribing. Go to my video library, watch a couple of videos. If you like what you're watching, then hey, hit the subscribe button. If you don't want to miss any future content, go ahead and hit the bell icon, and you won't. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Let me just get my mouse. All right, the very first thing that I want to talk about here is the Big Blue and Beyond. This is a stage show over at Animal Kingdom, and this show. Nobody has seen it since it closed in March 2020. It's been quite some time. It's actually been a couple of years, right? A little bit over 2 years. And Disney finally did announce that they will be opening in this stage show over here in the summer of 2022. They haven't given us a specific date, but they are kind of like Disney always does. They always kind of like hinting. Hold on a second. See, this doesn't work here because I'm not seeing the chat. Give me 1 second here. Get out of full screen. There we go. So I'm not seeing the chat. Let me before I continue. Let me go ahead and say hello to those who are in B&E. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Francisco's also here. How you doing, Francisco? Hope you're doing well. Manny as well. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Much love. I appreciate you being here. Brian K, thank you so much also to you for being here. And I hope you guys enjoy the stream. All right, so let's go over here. All right, so Finding Nemo, the Big Blue and Beyond, is coming back sometime in summer of 2022. Once we get an actual date, obviously I'm going to bring it to my newscast. But for the meantime, all we know is that they are coming back. It is coming back in summer 22. Now, with that being said, I do have a video from D23 that they came out with that I want to show you guys. There it is. Let's go ahead and play the video.
Right here at Dinner in the Wild at Disney's Animal Kingdom, working on our brand new show, Finding Nemo, Big Blue and Beyond, which is a reimagined retelling of Finding Nemo the musical. Our story begins at Marine Life Institute from the film Finding Dory. The Marine Life Institute has rescued these fish and they got ready to send them back out into the ocean. But before they go, they get inspired to share the story of Finding Nemo. This show will incorporate many of the wonderful songs in the original musical, as well as the amazing puppetry and the live performers who fill the stage. The new set for Finding Nemo, The Big Blue and Beyond, is completely transformed. We were inspired by paper sculpture as we developed the scenic of the show. Our team had such an exciting time looking at our tank set through this brand new lens of this watercolor sculpture aesthetic. And we're developing massive set pieces and these beautiful new transitions as they move in and out of the memory of our storytellers.
We're excited to take advantage of technological advances that wasn't available before, and that technology has driven how we are creating video content.
I want to stop it over here real quick just to say that, one thing that Disney does is they always come out with groundbreaking material and stuff, and new stuff that has never been around. And anything that they do, I'm a fan of, quite frankly. Even kite tails. And I know a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people spoke bad about it, but I liked it. They kind of did what they could with what they have. And I'm a fan of kite tails, as a matter of fact. But anything that Disney does, I'm a fan of. And I mean inside the park, okay? Political stuff, different story. But with that being said, let me go ahead and continue.
We've collaborated very closely with our Pixar animation partners to really create artwork that's going to not only complement the performers that are on stage, but digitally extend the actual scenic pieces.
This has been such
Sorry, guys.
a joy for all of us to work on here at Disney Live Entertainment, and we cannot wait to share Finding Nemo, The Big Blue and Beyond with all of our guests.
Ta-da! So definitely looking very forward to Finding Nemo finally being something that we can do in Animal Kingdom. Again, Animal Kingdom is an awesome theme park for me, right? And many, it's number 4 on their list as to Walt Disney parks, not mine. And I'm glad this is coming along. I think I've seen the original one maybe 2 times in my life, and it was okay. It wasn't something that it wasn't a must do, right? But this is definitely, I think it's going to be a must do, at least for the first time, and then I'm going to kind of go from there. But I'm excited to see things coming back, because what does that mean? It means people are getting their jobs back and things are going back to normal. I've been a big advocate of that. I've probably said that on 80% of my streams, that I'm glad to see things are coming back and things are progressing, right? A lot of the construction in Epcot is progressing pretty rapidly. And next thing you know, we're going to have a whole Epcot experience, which I'm very, very looking forward to. I know this is not an Epcot, but I just thought I'd throw that out. But Animal Kingdom, we already have Expedition Everest come back. That started sometime last week. So that's exciting to go in the park, being able to ride Expedition Everest, and soon enough we're going to be able to experience Finding Nemo, the Big Blue and Beyond. Thank you. But all right, so let's go ahead and jump to the next one. Disney is hiring minivan drivers. I'll tell you one thing. I remember back when I was with Napa Auto Parts. I used to work for Napa Auto Parts, and there was a shop. It just in case you didn't know, there is a shop inside of Disney property. And so, if you do break down, don't worry. Reach a cast member. Let them know that that you want to take your vehicle over to it's Action Gator, but they're operating under another name. I don't remember right now, but there is a shop. But I do remember visiting them when I was a rep for Napa Auto Parts, and all the time I would see these vehicles over there, and I always wondered what it was about. I didn't know. I wasn't even YouTubing at that moment, and so I just thought I kind of tie this into what I'm about to say. But anyway, these Disney is hiring for these minivans. They are coming back. They had stopped offering these services, obviously, because of COVID-19. Some said that it was going to go away completely. but Disney said no, no, no. Obviously, we know that mayors, the buses, right? The Disney, that were transporting people from the airport to Disney property, are they're no longer offering that service, and I think this is why they decided not to. Obviously, eliminate this program over here, so you're going to be able to rent some of these vehicles, or pay Disney for some of these vehicles to transport you from the airport all the way to the Disney parks. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, look, I would love to be a mini driver. I'll tell you one thing. I wouldn't mind it either. If I were going to be a Disney employee, I would like to be inside the park, to be honest with you. But this will probably be second, like my second choice. Why? Because you're kind of driving around, and you're not really dealing with a lot of public. Even though I would like to deal with the public, to be honest with you. Even though I know that comes, with that comes a lot, but I wouldn't mind doing it. I love Minivans. The cast members were awesomest. Okay, cool. All right, so you've used these services in the past. That's awesome. I've never used it. When I used to come up here from Miami, we would just ride our own vehicles, and just hop from the resort to the park and to the park back. We never really used these services, but I'm glad they're coming back as well. I'm really, really glad. As a matter of fact, a few months ago, maybe 1 or 2 months ago, I did a little story about, the minivans and stuff. I don't recall the details. I have the worst memory in the world. If you know me, you'll know that I can remember like faces and stuff like that. But things that I spoke about 3-4 months ago, don't ask me. I don't know. Let's see. I work at a major theme park. Hey, I know you do. I know you do. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Let me get out of here first before I go to the next slide. And so, if you are interested, right, in becoming a minivan driver, just know that look, the Minivan Services Ride Associate is a tipped role, which, as a matter of fact, this was something that I covered in my previous stream about 2 months ago. They were not able to take any tips, and Disney changed that. Now you're able to tip the driver, which I think is pretty cool. And so it says it is a tipped role, and the starting pay rate is at $15 an hour, right? That $15 an hour was due to a settlement that Disney had with the union, and the union won, and they ended up raising the rate to $15 an hour. And as you can see over there, it says starting pay rate is at $15 an hour. So I wonder what the max rate is. And I'll tell you one thing, $15 an hour for driving around Disney property, that's not a bad gig, let me tell you. Especially look, like if I were to let me go jump in real quick. If I were to apply for this position over here, I think I would do good, because I mean, I go to Disney all the time, and I know not where everything is at, but I would pretty much know where everything is at, right? And I wouldn't actually need, I probably would need training. What I'm saying is, I know for the most part where everything is at. So it's just, being able to get around the theme parks, and I think I can do that. All right, so let me get out of here. It also says down here in the bottom, responsibilities include driving company vehicles, maintaining safety of guests, obviously, knowledge of routes and roadways around Walt Disney World, of course, and providing guest service, among others, obviously, right? So anyway, hey, if you're looking for a second gig, or maybe you don't have a job right now and you're looking for a gig, tell you what, why don't you apply here, ride a company vehicle, get paid $15 an hour, and start making some money. I think it's good. So anyway, you never know who's watching these streams, and that's why I like to bring all types of news, especially, and you know what, to be honest with you, that's especially why I like doing 2 newscasts a week, because there's always something to talk about, even if it's not the greatest and the latest, and it's all about the newest attraction that everybody's talking about. There's always little things, right, that you can always find out about Disney that I think it's newsworthy, and something like this is definitely, I think, is newsworthy for people. right? People who are probably struggling, maybe they need a second job, maybe they don't have a job at all, and now they get information like this from my live stream, and or if they're doing a replay, and hey, maybe they get a job at Disney. That would be cool. And let me tell you, I mean, getting a job at Disney now is not that bad. They've talked about power up days, which I'm not talking about in this stream, but you can look it up. They're giving cast members 1 or 2 days where you can take off with no excuse. I mean, you don't have to come up with an excuse as to, oh, I'm sick, and maybe you're lying, or hey, you just don't want to go to work, and maybe you're saying that you had an emergency. Maybe well, I hope you never use a family death as a lie to not go to work. I hope you never do that. But with that being said, power up days, you don't have to create an excuse. You could just say, I want to use my power up days. You can take the day off, and they're gonna pay you anyway. It's not a bad time to be a cast member at this moment. Let me see. Let me catch up the chat. I read somewhere that you need to be current or former cast member to apply. Really? Okay, I didn't know that. That would be pretty interesting to look into. But I actually went into their career website, and I did see that they were looking for drivers. I didn't click on it. I should have clicked on it, but I didn't click on it. But that's interesting. I'm probably going to go back and take a look at it and see if that is fact. But that's good to know. Manny says, Brian, that makes sense. You have to be a current cast member to pilot the monorail or parking lot, trams, or train. Okay, look at that. I didn't know that. That's good to know. Appreciate the information. You guys are awesome. Oh, okay. Well, you see, I'm not a cast member. You know more than I do. Javier, you do not need to talk to a person to call in sick or no show. Everything is online. Awesome. That's awesome. That would be cool, because I remember one time. I'll tell you a story. One time I needed to miss work, and I called my boss. Back then, I used to work for FedEx. Okay, and I used to work for an independent contractor. Okay. And I remember one time I didn't want to go to work because it was raining. If I remember correctly, and now it's coming to me, it was raining, and I said, heck no, I'm not going to go to work and get wet, maybe sick. I called my boss, and I said, hey, man, I'm not feeling good, man. Yeah. So I came up with a sorry excuse that I wasn't feeling good. Oh, no, I came up with a sorry excuse that I didn't have a right to get to work. And where I worked, it was about 45 minutes away. It was a pretty long drive. And I tell him, look, hey, something happened to my car. I'm not going to make it to work today. And you know what he did? He said, wait for me 45 minutes. I'm going to go and pick you up and bring you to work. I was like, what? At that point, what am I going to say? I didn't tell the guy I was sick. I didn't tell him I was vomiting. I didn't tell him I was having diarrhea. I just told him I couldn't get to work because I didn't have a ride. And the guy turned around and said, I'm going to go pick you up. I'm like, oh, darn. I had to work that day. I ended up going to work that day. Wow. So, it might be a good thing that you don't have to talk to anybody, because if you try to, play off like you're sick, they'll probably say, hold on, you don't sound sick. It's probably a good thing. All right, let's go ahead and jump to the next slide. Boom. All right, now we're going to jump from Walt Disney World, and we're going to jump into Disneyland. Breaking news. Mask mandates are no longer required, and maybe you can confirm with me on this, Manny. No, it was not cool of him. I didn't want to go to work. So anyway, mask mandates are being lifted over at Disneyland. As you can see over here, these were brought to us by All Ears. I gotta plug them in, I gotta give them their props. All right, so this was brought to you by All Ears, but no longer do you need to wear a mask, or no longer are they required at Disneyland. They changed their face mask policy. kind of like what they did over here in Walt Disney World. It took them about a week before they changed theirs, but no longer are you required. That includes in any of the transportations. Okay, the only time you would have to be, or you would be, no, actually, you do have to be required to wear a mask is in any of the first aid locations, right? There, you are definitely required to wear a face mask, but in any of the transportations, in any of the restaurants, shops, queues, obviously outdoors, you don't have to wear any, but at all, it's highly recommended that you wear one, right? But no longer do you have to wear one as a requirement. Exactly. There you go. So you no longer have to wear one, but it's highly recommended. Exactly. Exactly. And for that matter, if you want to be a little bit proactive, don't get rid of all your masks. If you go to Disney, continue to have one maybe in your backpack in case you do need it for whatever reason. Because at the end of the day, maybe you're standing in line in a Starbucks, or maybe you're gonna go get a churro or whatever the case may be, or maybe you're gonna go get something to drink, and you're standing in line and somebody behind you, you can kind of sense that they're really really sick because they're coughing on your back and maybe getting some of that mist on your neck. I'm just saying it happens. Or you kind of feel like they're sneezing a lot. Maybe put on your mask, and even if it's not COVID, maybe you don't want to get a cold. Put on your mask. It's up to you. It's optional. All right. The good thing is that it's optional. They're not required. They're highly recommended. All right. Let's go ahead and jump on the next one. All right. So we're staying in Disneyland in California, and as you probably already seen and heard, the Main Street Electrical Parade debuted it on the 22nd of this month, a few days ago. And I'll tell you one thing, Disney Beckett, how you doing? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. I hope church service was awesome. Okay, and drive safely. So what do you call it? Main Street Electrical Parade debuted it. A lot of people over there were obviously happy. This is a parade that's been going on for a long, long time, and I have a video here, so let's go ahead and play it. This video kind of talks about the parade. It doesn't actually show the parade; it just kind of talks about it.
Jordan, I don't know about you, but I am excited. Nighttime Spectacular is coming back to the Disneyland Resort,
and kicked off by the return of the Main Street Electrical Parade. So, Robin, we know that families from all across the world love the Main Street Electrical Parade, but why do you think it resonates so well with our guests?
I think it captures the imagination of everybody young and old. Families love it. Friends come together. There's a shared experience. It's magical. There's no other way to say it.
And you mentioned togetherness, Robin. I think that's one of the most important aspects of why this parade resonates with so many generations. It's a passed down experience. It's about joy. It resonates the same way as it did in year one as it does in year 50.
First thing our guests are going to see is that we've taken the Drummond train and we've added our 50-year celebration on there. And that takes us all the way to the end of the parade, where
the parade culminates in an amazing, brand new, spectacular finale celebrating the theme and the idea of togetherness. And that's celebrated through our characters, both new and classic. Robin, can you tell me where the inspiration came from?
It's a small world.
It is a small world, in keeping with Mary Blair's amazing inspiration, Small World. We actually wanted to bring our characters to life in a similar fashion. And the finale unit starts off with the Blue Fairy, realized in doll form. You'll see other stories played out. Raya and the Last Dragon, Mulan, you see Hercules, Miguel. We'll see brand new stories as well, like our characters from Encanto.
Yep, first time it's being represented in any parade in the parks.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, what's really cool about this is you're going to get a completely different set of character stories depending on what side of the street you watch the parade from. So you got to come back.
I can't wait. There's been a lot of hard work. We're finally getting our spectaculars back into the park.
Absolutely. And this represents, a couple of years of planning, of hard work from a lot of artisans who are wanting to bring the magic back to life for all of you at home so that you can create your own brand new traditions with your family as well.
Hold on. Is the wording from Disney that masks are highly recommended? Yes, highly recommended, but no longer required. At least that's what I got from one of the sources that I use. It's no longer required unless you're going to. Let me rewind this here. Let me back up a little bit here. Unless you go into the first aid locations, then you do have to wear a mask. Otherwise, it's not required. It is highly recommended, quote unquote, right? So we just got to see a little bit of what the Main Street Electrical Parade is about. And as a matter of fact, let me take this out. That official word. Correct. That is not the official word for this word. Okay. What do you mean? Okay, so let me continue. Boom. All right, so we saw what the parade was all about, right? And now we're gonna see a little bit more about the parade. Let me hit play.
So excited to bring back childhood memories. It's happy and bright and festive. You kind of just wanted to dance along with them.
You just get that sense of togetherness, especially in that new float for the Main Street Electric Parade, seeing all the Disney characters on one float.
I love World of Color, the brightness of it, the colors, the music.
It definitely reminds me of how they say, go for the stars, the sky's the limit, go for your dreams.
Just like a one-of-a-kind experience.
Disneyland fireworks are the best.
Unforgettable, magnificent.
It just really is like a full body experience of excitement and fun.
Fantastico.
So magical.
Honestly, I had chills.
It was spectacular.
I like the little girl at the end. It's spectacular. She's worth watching again. Hold on. She was cute. Oh, I just missed her. I love that. She's so cute. So listen, I wish I can go to Disneyland and watch this parade live, but I can't. So anyway, this parade looks awesome. Awesome. So again, it's good to see some of the stuff Disney has been doing for a long time. It's finally good to see them coming back. Yeah, Friday actually, yes. Everybody and their grandmother came. I'm sure. Well, it's been a long time since we've seen some of this stuff. It's been about 2 years, and so I don't blame them, for going out there. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it was packed that day. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and jump to the next slide. Now, with that being said, with the electrical parade coming out, obviously they had to do some type of merch, which is awesome merch. I love this. I love these popcorn buckets. You can see over here, both of them are pretty cool. Actually, let me tell you one thing. If and I could be wrong. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. I'm not 100% sure. But I think these popcorn buckets are only available in Disneyland. I don't think they're here yet. I think that I know that the mini ears and the lounge flies are here, but not these popcorn buckets. Now, if they were over here, I think they would definitely, in my opinion, I think these are nicer than the Figment bucket, to be honest with you. And I might get some backlash on that. There were a lot of people going crazy for those Figment buckets, which, by the way, Disney gave away to some cast members. I think it was this week. But anyway, we're not talking about Figment. We're talking about these two popcorn buckets. I think they're awesome. And the beautiful thing about it is that they actually light up. And look at the lanyard. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's awesome. Very, very cool popcorn buckets. Very nice. All right, so Manny, hook it up, man. Send one over to me. Anyway, so this is what I was talking about over here. The Main Street Electrical Parade merchandise. So you can see over here, you have the Mickey ears. Very, very nice. You see the front over here, the front with the Mickey. I forgot the name of this dragon. If anybody knows in the chat, let me know, please. I forgot the name. I looked it up and I forgot. But this is the back of the year. Obviously, you got the train over here, and then you have the Main Street Electrical Parade 50th anniversary. They're celebrating 50 years. Hey kids, the Dragon Bucket is yours for only 36 bucks. Wow, that's expensive. Wow. But it's pretty cool. At least it lights up. I will say that. At least it lights up. Now, here's the lounge fly over here, as you can see, to match your Mickey ears. And I think it's pretty awesome. I like it. It's cool. I actually saw a video of someone took. I think it was on TikTok or something. Elliot, thank you, thank you so much. Elliot the Dragon, thank you. Yes, Elliot the Dragon. So I actually saw a video on TikTok or Instagram. I don't remember where. And I was looking for it because I wanted to put it on this slide over here, and I couldn't find it. And when they did rope drop over at Magic Kingdom, and maybe the Disney Bank can kind of say something about it. But I saw people kind of running to the what do you call it, to the shop, and these things they kind of flew, right. People were running to get these, possibly like resellers. Yuck, resellers. Getting all this merchandise and reselling it out in eBay and wherever else. But anyway, I think these are pretty cool. Yeah, I love the ears. I just love the colors. They got the pink on there. They got the yellow. They got the pink. They got the yellow. I just love the colors. Very cool. Very awesome. And obviously, they're also celebrating 50 years. Get out of here. All right, so they're obviously celebrating 50 years, just like Walt Disney World and like Starbucks. Hey, Starbucks is celebrating 50 years as well. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. All right, from Walt Disney World, we also went to Disneyland in California, Anaheim, California, and now we're going to Disneyland Hong Kong. Disneyland Hong Kong finally reopened. It opened yesterday, and that's pretty cool for these folks over in Hong Kong to be able to visit Disney parks again. Hopefully, that means things are going to start opening up for them as well. Very happy for them. It says here, Hong Kong Disneyland will only be operating 5 days per week. Okay, so they're not fully opening the park, but at least they're going to be getting 5 days. The park will remain closed on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I wonder what the reasoning behind that is. Implementing capacity controls. Obviously, that's why they implemented over here as well. Send me your address on. Really? Okay, I will. Implementing capacity controls. Kind of like what we have over here, right? We have to make reservations to go inside the park. That's what they're going to be doing over in Hong Kong as well. Guests will need to make use of the park reservation system. Yeah, like I said, you have to make a reservation. So, but nonetheless, hey, it's awesome. At least that you're able to go 5 in any of the 5 days a week and get in the park and experience some magic. So I think that's pretty cool. It's definitely newsworthy. Let's go ahead and jump on the next slide. I think I'm coming to an end. Oh, before I come to an end, I'm not a big Marvel guy. Probably never watched any of their movies. But let me tell you, this movie looks awesome. It's got a lot of special effects. It is Thor, Love and Thunder. If you are a Marvel fan and you are a fan of Thor, I think this is definitely worth it. I saw this, trailer for the first time, and I was blown away. It's pretty cool. Let me go ahead and play it. So I want to use for battle. Now that I know peace, I need to figure out exactly who I am.
You ever feel lost? Just look into the eyes of the people that you love.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not a fan of Marvel, but this trailer makes me want to watch the video. I mean, the movie. It's awesome. Let me see. It does not say anywhere highly recommended. Just an FYI. Okay. Okay. Cool. I think I got this. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead. Real quick. Strongly recommended. Is that the word I was supposed to use? All right. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Great music and trailer. Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, I like the trailer. It was awesome, and the way they began it with Guns N' Roses was pretty cool. Let me do this here real quick. Stop sharing this. Share screen. All right, so I got this piece of information from All Ears, and here's I think, if I'm not mistaken, they got this from the Disney webpage or maybe their app. It says face covering. It is strongly recommended that the guests wear face coverings when indoors and in enclosed transportation. Face coverings are required for all guests ages 2 and older, regardless of vaccination status. In certain indoor health settings, such as first aid, face coverings are optional for guests in outdoor area. So that's where I got the resource from. Maybe I used the wrong word. I said highly recommended. They're saying, what is it again? Strongly recommend, right? Is that what they're saying? Yeah, it is strongly recommended. So, yes, I forgot Woody. Thank you. I forgot Woody. I was gonna put him on, and I completely forgot. I guess you'll end the video with me. So anyway, thank you for the correction. I appreciate that. Definitely do. We are taking. Yeah, we're talking. We are still talking about masks. Yes. Thor looks exciting, very exciting. Let me tell you, very very cool trailer. Definitely, I think it's definitely worth watching. I don't know if they're gonna stream it on Disney Plus or not, but if they do, I'll watch it. Why not? Very cool. All right, let me stop sharing here. There we go. All right. Now I think this kind of brings the show to a close, and it does. This. So again, guys, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for watching. As you can see up top, there are all my handles for my social media. You have TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and then Twitter as well. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and consider subscribing. Don't just do it blindly. You can go back to my video library, look at my videos. If you like what you're seeing, subscribe. If you don't want to miss future content, hit the bell icon. I appreciate everybody for being here. Much love. I always appreciate everybody. Whoever's on here, I appreciate you for being here. So thank you so much. This is the end of the stream. I'll have one on next Thursday. Hopefully, I'll have a really packed newscast. A lot of things going on. But thank you so much, Manny, Brian, Disney Baker, Brian K. Thank you for being here. Am I missing anybody? Francisco. So Theme Park was here earlier today. So thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Woody and I would like to say we came, we saw, and we conquered. And do me a favor, have a wonderful day. Till next Thursday, okay? Thank you. Peace. I will say hi to Maria. I'll send you my address too, Manny. I'll take you up on that. Thank you. Bye. Peace. Love you all.